Hey there, Regina Andler here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Are you a procrastinator? Are you one of those people who, well, I think I want to get some stuff done? At this time of the year, I'm recording this right around Christmas time, and procrastination runs rampant at Christmas time. Are you a Christmas Eve shopper? That's procrastination. So think about procrastination and what are you procrastinating about in your life? Are you procrastinating about um, things you need to get done in your business, things you need to get done in your house? Are you procrastinating about your Christmas shopping? If you are a serial procrastinator, you're in the right space today. I'm here to give you my 10 tips and tricks on how to stop procrastinating. So, tip number one, break it down into small chunks. When you think about all the stuff that you have to get done, you want to get done, and that you may be procrastinating on, think of that. What's the saying? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Procrastination, one bite at a time, right? So eat that elephant one bite at a time. If it's a big thing that needs to get done, hey, say you've got 20 people you got to go Christmas shopping for, and you've been procrastinating because you went, oh my God, I got 20 people I got to go shopping for. That seems like a lot. Well, you know what? Shop for one today. Just get one of them done. Break it down into small chunks. And then it doesn't seem quite so daunting. And when it doesn't seem quite so daunting, the procrastination goes away because now it seems easier. The only reason you procrastinate is because it seems hard or there's something else going on. So, my second tip is to commit to that tiny step. So, not only just pick one of those little steps, whether it's shopping for one person or getting one thing done in your business, maybe it's calling one potential lead today. Instead of saying, well, I have to call 5 potential leads every single day in order for me to get clients in my business, what if you call just one? What if you start by just calling one? Stop procrastinating, just pick one, keep it small, and commit to it. So, tip two is pick one first, and then tip two, stick to a commitment. So, decide and do it. The third one is to give yourself permission to make mistakes. A lot of times we procrastinate because we're perfectionists. Are you a serial perfectionist? If you're one of those people who needs everything done perfect, think again. There is no such thing as perfection. Things do not have to be perfect. Just go do it. It's okay. I know a lot of people who are starting businesses, and one of the things that they procrastinate about is going live and doing a Facebook Live or doing a live promotion or a live class someplace. And they procrastinate about it because of a fear of being on there. And they don't think they're going to look perfect. Well, here's the thing, you will make mistakes, it won't be perfect, and that's okay. Stop procrastinating and just go do it. It's okay, you do not have to be perfect. So, tip number 3 is it doesn't have to be perfect. So, if that's what's holding you back and making you procrastinate, think again, it doesn't need to be perfect. My fourth tip is to make it a little bit easier. Pick something easy off of your list. Is there one thing on the list of the things that you're procrastinating about that is really simple? Here's the thing. Take that simple one. When you get it done, your brain goes, that wasn't so bad after all, was it? And now it's in a better place to go do the next one. So if you're procrastinating because it seems like too much, it seems like overwhelmed, it seems just like too stressful to get it done, and that's why you're procrastinating, well, then just pick one of the little simple easy tasks and get it done. And then your subconscious will say, that wasn't so hard after all. What's next? And you'll start getting more and more done. My fifth tip is whatever task you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is, make it more enjoyable. So how do you make something like bookkeeping more enjoyable? you know, Making it more enjoyable isn't about the task itself. For me, not a fan of bookkeeping. I have 2 choices. I can outsource it or I can do it myself. If I choose to do it myself, that task is really never going to be enjoyable, the task itself. However, I can make it more enjoyable by doing my bookkeeping with my favorite music on or something else that's going on. So maybe I have, a TV show or something like that that I know by heart. It's Christmas time now. If A Wonderful Life is on, if I put that on in the background while I'm doing something and my part of my brain is listening to that while I'm working on my bookkeeping, before I know it, my bookkeeping's done. And it was much more enjoyable because I was listening to something that I enjoy in the background. So, whatever the task is, make it more enjoyable. If shopping is not your thing and you're out to do your holiday shopping, then find a way to make it more enjoyable. Bring a friend. Do something, put something else around it. Put something for you around it. If you have to go shopping and you don't want to go shopping, well, maybe in between your shopping, you schedule some time to get your nails done or to get a pedicure or a massage or something. Get something for you and make the task, the big task, more enjoyable. However that works for you and it depends on what the task is. So that's the number 5. That's make the task more enjoyable. Now, number 6 is a big one. It's eliminating distractions. When you think about all the things you get done all day long, we have stuff like our phones and everything else it's around us all the time. And that can cause a lot of distraction. Now, if you work in an office where there's other people, if you have a business, you have employees, you have other people around you, or even if you work in a shared office space and there's a lot of noise and other stuff going on, find a way to reduce the distractions. Because when you're procrastinating and your brain is in that procrastination mode, trust me, any little distraction is going to make you stop. And it's going to make you stop because you're procrastinating in the first place and you're kind of saying, I have to get this done. And so any little distraction is going to throw you off balance. So, number 6 is remove the distractions. When you remove the distractions from around you, you will get more done. Focus and get more done, right? Number 7 is to set some deadlines. So we talked about, making a commitment to a tiny first step. If you have a big goal, what do you need to get done? What are you going to have done by the end of the day today? What are you going to have done by the end of the week? What are you going to have done by the end of this month? Set a deadline and stick to it. Give yourself a reward. Once that task is done, what is the reward that you're going to get for setting that deadline and meeting that deadline? If you just create a deadline, chances are pretty good you're still going to procrastinate. I was, back in my high school days, I was that person that waited until the night before to study for a test. Yes, I was in the semester all day long. And when the final came along, I waited till the 11th hour. That was when I did my studying. Now, for whatever reason, for me, that worked. I managed to cram it all in, get it done. If you've ever gone to college and had to cram for a test, you know what I'm talking about. So when you think about that, are you one of those people that if you set a deadline and you have a deadline, are you still waiting till the 11th hour? That's procrastination. So my suggestion is start doing a little bit smaller and set those deadlines and don't wait until the last minute. Do a little piece at a time until you get the whole thing done. If you're good at waiting till the last minute, you know what? Some people thrive on that challenge of the 11th hour and then they get it done. So if that works for you, by all means, do it as long as you keep to the deadline. The goal here for this tip is to create the deadline, number 7. And then number 8 is plan on how you're going to deal with obstacles, because depending on whatever the task is, there could be an obstacle. Say the procrastination is about your bookkeeping, and you're in the middle and you're doing your bookkeeping, and all of a sudden your computer crashes. Ever have that happen? I have. And you're in the middle of doing something happens. Give yourself permission to be human. Give the stuff around you permission to be whatever it is, and understand that stuff happens. And don't let that throw you back into the procrastination cycle. Take whatever it is and then deal with it, and then get right back on the saddle and get right back to where you were and get it done. Number 9 is to address and 9 is to address and identify your fears. Now, what do I mean by that? Are you procrastinating on something because you're scared? Is it a Facebook Live or something that you're doing for maybe the first time or even the second or third time, and it's just not something that you're comfortable with? It's way outside your comfort zone. And so you're scared. And so you procrastinate. Well, address those fears. That's where you stop and you think about that and you start thinking about, why is this so scary? Is it because I need to be perfect? Go back to, what was it? It was yeah, it was number 3. Number 3 is, it doesn't have to be perfect. So number 3 is, it doesn't have to be perfect. If it's a fear of being scared about something, just remember, all you really need to do is just start and get it done. So address your fears. If you find you're procrastinating for a specific reason, identify that and figure out what it is. Do you need somebody to help you? Do you need an accountability partner? Do you need somebody to actually coach you along and help you get over whatever it is so that you stop procrastinating? If so, go find that person. So that's number 9, is to address your fears. And the last one is, start with your best task or your worst task. A while back, a guy by the name of Brian Tracy, you may know that name. Brian Tracy wrote a book called Eat That Frog. And Eat That Frog is all about taking the biggest, the hardest, the task that you are procrastinating on the most, and just doing that first thing in the morning. Get it done first thing in the morning. It's called eating that frog, because if you had to eat a frog instead of procrastinating, if you ate it first thing in the day and that was the worst thing that you had to do all day long, the rest of the day is going to be a breeze, right? And so eat that frog. Do the hardest one in the morning. Or conversely, if your brain works this way, do a simple task in the morning. Do an easy task in the morning, something that you love to do to get you on track for the rest of the day. It can go either way. So you can either eat that frog, or you can do the easy task or the task that you love. Either way, it will get things done and get you to stop procrastinating. When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, Larry the Cable Guy said it best when he said, just get her done. When you focus on just getting it done, you stop procrastinating. So if procrastinating is a thing for you, then there are 10 tips right there for you to consider to see if any one of those will help you stop procrastinating. That's what I got for this week. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.